what is the probability of rolling 3 6 in a row. So it's 1 out of 6 times 1 out of 6 times 1 out of 6, and we've got 1 out of 216. Okay, that's good. So now part B, what's the probability of not rolling 3 6 in a row? Okay, what's the probability of not rolling 3 6 in a row? So let's think what it means. It means that we can roll 6 one time or 2 times, right? We still can roll 6 one time out of 3 or 2 times out of 3, but not 3 times out of 3, right? So there's another option where we don't roll 6 at all. So we have 3 options where we don't roll 6 at all when we roll 6 2 times out of 3, or we roll 6 one time out of 3, right? So we have 3 possibilities here. So again, we roll die 3 times, and what options are available to us? That we can roll 6 one time out of 3, we can roll 6 2 times out of 3, or we roll none. Okay, let's write it down. So option 1, let's consider option 1. So we roll 6 one time out of 3, one time out of 3. Okay, so it means we have 1 out of 6, 5 out of 6, 5 out of 6, right? But this is the case when we roll 6 on the first roll, right? But we can have option where when we roll 6 on the second roll or on the third roll. So we can have this option where we roll 6 one time out of 3, but on the second roll, right? And third option, we roll 6 one time, but on the third roll, right? So if we add this up, we get right, 25 out of 6 plus 25 out of 6 plus 25 out of 6 equals to 75 out of 6. Okay, so other option, we roll 6 2 times out of 3, right? So 2 times 1 out of 6 times 1 out of 6 times 5 out of 6, right? But this is not it. So we can roll 6 in this order 2 times, but in different order. So 5 out of 6 times 1 out of 6 times 1 out of 6. Or there is third option available, right? Where it's 1 out of 6, then 5 out of 6, and times 1 out of 6, right? So this is we roll 6 6 and different number. This is we roll different number and then 6 and 6, and this is 6 different number and 6, right? So we have 5 out of 6, 5 out of 6 plus 5 out of 6 plus 5 out of 6, and this is 15 out of 6, right? And then final option where we roll all the numbers but 6. So it will be 5 out of 6 times 5 out of 6, 5 out of 6, and this is 125 out of 6. And all together we multiply and we get this option. Oh, sorry, here I made a mistake. So it's 2/16 to okay. So now if we add all the options, so it 125 out 216 plus 15 out of 216 plus 75 out of 216 equals to 75 plus 15 is 90, and 90 plus 125 is 215. So this is our answer, right? 215 out of 216. And part C, find the sum of your answers in part A and B. Explain the result. So if we add our answer in part A, which is 1 out of 216, and we add our answer from part B, so what do we get? We get 216 out of 216, which is 100%, right? And it makes sense because those, if we roll dice 3 times and our outcome, favorite outcome is 6, so what options do we have here? How many options? So we can roll 6 3 times in a row. We can roll 6 1 time out of 3 rolls. We can roll 6 2 times out of 3 rolls, or we can roll 6 none, right? There will be no 6 at all in 3 rolls, right? So we covered all the possible outcomes, right? In part A and in part B, we covered all possible outcomes, and that's why we get this answer. So if we add all the possible outcomes, we get 100% or 1.